Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second chapter of my Let's Play of Dragon Quest Heroes. Let's get on with it. We've finally reached Caliburg, which is the second location that, well, obviously.
Let's teach them a lesson they won't forget.
Now, these are slimes. They're the,
Could that be? It is! One of the nightmares that appeared after we defeated the dragon.
Good eye, boy. And yet, it does seem somewhat different from the one we encountered in Arbor.
You're right. It looks like that monster's guarding it.
Wait, if we could... Yes, of course! Come, we must defeat this creature.
Slimes are the mascot of the series.
Searing slash! Burn!
No way! That weird portal thingy disappeared when you beat that monster.
And their numbers no longer increase. It is as I thought. That creature was summoning them here.
That has to be it. Okay, let's look around and make sure there aren't any more like it nearby.
Highly satisfactory. There! Another Moorkeeper! Come! We must defeat it, and quickly!
Yeah, I changed some of my equipment between then and now, and I leveled up a good number of abilities. I'll probably do most of that off screen.
Searing slash!
Just keep this running fairly quickly.
More Moorkeepers may yet appear. We must remain vigilant.
Ugh! Another one!
Searing slash!
Yeah, I kind of make a decision about which direction to go there. Treasure chests. Now you have to be careful with treasure chests, because every once in a while they have a mimic-like creature in it. Though one is actually called a mimic. Though, in this series they're generally called cannaboxes. As cannibal boxes, which makes absolutely no sense, since a cannibal box would eat other boxes rather than people. But Now I went through that rather quickly. Basically my spells cost nothing. My attack goes up. I'm completely immune to damage. And I have the ability to use this, a coup de grace. Now during the course of this game, my tension will increase, meaning my this ability will last longer. And
Onward!
There we go. That looks like the last of the Maw Keepers.
Indeed. All that remains now is for us to mop up the remaining monsters.
Not only will it last longer, but all the little abilities attached to it will increase. And
Strategy is the key to victory.
now I'm going to just jump right into the next section of Caliburg.
Hey,
Yes.
what?
Ah!
Now I'm just going to quickly show you this screen here. See if... Nah. I could always... And let's head on out.
Now, gird your loins, friends. We know not what lies beyond these gates.
Me. Let me go first.
Here too, just as we feared.
Well, this doesn't look too good. So what do we do?
Fear not. I have devised a winning strategy. We begin by falling back, thereby lulling the enemy into a false sense of security. When they lower their guard, we strike. Wait for my signal, and then we
On second
advance.
thoughts, forget it.
What?
Yeah, we're about to meet our next character. And the 4 characters we're about to meet are the original characters to this game.
That was a close shave, wasn't it?
All the other party members will be pulled from past Dragon Quest games, which is kind of fun in its own right.
Confounded. My strategy did not account for the intervention of a third party.
Oh, wow. That was amazing. You really saved our bacon. Thank you
Fool!
so much.
We've yet to establish if this woman is friend or foe.
Charmed, I'm sure. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm Isla, head of the Institute of Ingenuity. It's nice to meet you at last.
Your timing is impeccable as ever, my dear. We are in your debt.
Glad to be of service, Your Majesty. Oh, you're a jumpy one, aren't you? But I have to say, I like that in a man. Makes you all the more fun to dissect.
You mean to study me? I fear I may prove a rather complex case.
Oh, get over yourself. She's joking, you idiot.
Oh, I never joke about my work. Why don't you pop by my lab one day and let me take a look at you? Brave Captain.
What? Wait, that's enough of that!
There will be time for that later. But first, you must help us find our way around Caliber. If we are to protect this place, we shall have need of your incomparable talents.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, Your Majesty. Besides... I'm not about to stand by and watch while these monsters dismantle this town. After all, what would become of all my beautiful inventions? Shall we?
Let's teach them a lesson that
The monsters keep
Let's-
pouring in through these strange portals. There's no end to them.
Let's try that new ability we just learned.
Those are called
Okay.
night maws. You can close them by beating the maw keepers who guard them.
Flame slash!
Nightmares, eh? Well, I guess we better start shutting them down. All right, let's get to work.
Ah, just picked up a golden nugget, which isn't good for crafting, but it sells for a fair amount of money. We'll get bigger ones as the game goes on.
These strange devices scattered around the town. These are your inventions, I take it.
They're amazing, aren't they? What do they all do?
Well, most of them are to protect the town. Better safe than sorry and all that. But my greatest invention is something else entirely. Stick around for the grand unveiling.
Now, the crafting mechanic was something that was introduced in Dragon Quest VIII. In that game, it was really fun. But it was continued on in Dragon Quest IX. In that game, though, they tried to expand it, and they put way too much into it. You know, ultimately, that's the biggest problem with 9, is they tried to put basically MMO levels of material in the game, primarily because they intended it to be a primarily multiplayer game. But Dragon Quest at its heart is a single-player experience.
That's the Maw Keepers dealt with. Now we just need to take care of the stragglers.
It didn't work very well.
All right, job done.
Sorry, but it won't be quite that simple. We've more guests headed this way from outside town. Though it just so happens that outside town is exactly where one of my favorite inventions is pointed. Come on, I'll show you how it works. Here she is, the spellcaster. Isn't she beautiful? Why don't you hop on and give her a try? The monsters are crossing the bridge. Steady your aim and fire. Bullseye! Lovely work! In the right hands, the spellcaster makes short work of any battle.
But yeah, it was unfortunate because some of the things introduced in
My
9
strategy was flawless.
actually had a lot of potential. Sorry, I was skipping through that bit of dialogue there. I shouldn't have been. Unfortunately, 11 picked up some of that
Okay.
stuff from 9 that had good potential and improved on it greatly. Some of the crafting elements, a good number of the monsters. But despite all that, I still will never be a fan of Dragon Quest IX. Which is unfortunate, because it
Aye.
was Dragon Quest's return to the Nintendo. Though, from my perspective, having played 7, 8, and 11, 7 and 8 being my first ones, is that actually PlayStation actually tends to work better with the series. Though
Yes.
I have no doubt some of you who are fans of Dragon Quests yourselves started with Nintendo and have a very different opinion than me.
Got it.
And that's perfectly alright. I really enjoyed Dragon Quest V. I haven't been able to play
Thank you so
any of the
much.
other old remakes. There we go. And there's a big difference between the two characters is that Aurora is capable of using ice attacks rather than fire. It does less damage but freezes enemies. Isla's a bit steampunky. And the King's got heavy. Alright. Let's try to get through this quick. There, let's go through Doric. Let's go ahead and go for the big one with him. And Isla. Alright. Let's jump right back in there.
Chief, we're detecting another space-time anomaly somewhere within the town.
I love how they have engineer with an eye there.
One of those Maw-keeper creatures must have snuck in somehow.
It would seem so. Then this place will soon be awash with monsters. Friends, to arms!
Flame slash! Searing slash!
Now, I'm pretty sure they're about to introduce the one of the more important aspects of this game. No, looks like they might not be this particular one.
Chief, we're detecting another space-time anomaly somewhere within the town.
Captain! Oh, I've got a little something for you. It's only a prototype, but I'm fairly confident it won't explode. Without going into too much detail, it extracts the essence of defeated monsters and compresses it into something resembling a coin. You can use these coins, or monster medals, as I call them, to summon those same monsters to fight for you whenever you feel like it. Not bad, eh? Look out!
So this is a monster medal.
Now, this is what makes this different from other Musu games.
Well, go on. Give your newfound friend a call.
As I said during my first upload, it turns into something of a tower defense game. It's not exactly a tower defense.
A device that can capture defeated monsters and bend them to our will? This is a discovery indeed.
I'm glad my work meets with your approval, Your Majesty. I hope it'll make our lives a little easier. Now, rather than get bogged down with lengthy descriptions, why don't you just give it a spin? For a few more details on monster medals and how they work, you can take a look in the menu. Why not give it a glance when you have a moment?
Now, I'm going to go ahead and put them here.
Serve you well.
And then proceed down the other path.
Searing slash.
They will guard along that line, while I attack along this one. Now, using these monsters that you summon to defend important objectives, or just to defend your flank, is one of the key points of this game.
This is the last of them.
It makes for good strategy in what is otherwise just a beat 'em up. And they have their own health and can be defeated, however. As you've seen, the slime I placed earlier is gone. Let's replace it with a few new ones. I like the little naming convention there. That comes from Dragon Quest V.
Serve me well. Flame slash. Now. Flame slash. Perfectly executed.
Now you can play as the other characters. You're not just stuck to him, which is
Thank
good.
you so much.
Because some of these characters are fun to play as.
I?
Now, no one leveled up.
Aye.
Ho-ho! Ah!
Yes. Aye.
Ah! Aye!
Aye.
Oh.
Woohoo!
That exclamation point above this guy's head means there's more to pick up.
Be lucky.
And yeah, I forgot to... And that'll make things a little bit easier for this final section. And this should be, if I remember correctly, the last chapter of Talberg.
Be careful now, everyone.
Searing slash!
Alright.
Have at them! Go
We should
forth!
slow these guys down a little. I'm gonna go ahead and charge on this side.
Inferno slash!
Now, monster metals come in two types, as they'll explain in a little bit.
Flame slash!
Defenders and activated abilities. The activated abilities ones can be rather powerful. Here we go. And you will lose guards over time.
Searing slash!
Should block that. Which will make this a lot harder.
Searing slash! Go forth! Go forth! Searing slash!
Now, something interesting about this particular monster metal mechanic, if you pick up a monster metal of something you already have out and you don't have room for it in your bar,
Searing slash!
then it will actually heal any monsters of that type.
Flame slash! Searing slash! Searing
There, my mages should be healed. Let's see about dealing with...
Ugh, bubble slimes. I hate bubble slimes, even at the best of times. They're so gooey looking.
I fear
Now,
you
where
are too
was
harsh
that?
on our former friends, though their poisonous nature is certainly bothersome. We must take every care not to let them land a blow.
Searing slash! Searing slash! Burn! Searing slash! Searing slash! Flame slash! Flame slash!
I'm gonna actually drop my 2 little slimes there for...
Have at them!
And I'm actually going to go in here first.
More monsters. I'm starting to get a bit tired of this.
Will their onslaught never cease? I fear we may not be able to keep up.
Searing slash! Courage, friends, courage! One final push, and the day shall be ours! For armor! Gigash!
This is the last of them.
Yeah. When it does this is the final wave. That means that everything will charge. And I really do mean everything. Everything on the field that includes the little plague moth thing.
Searing slash! Searing slash!
And the gold.
Flame slash!
And there was Aurora freezing something. As you may have remembered from the start of before, Aurora is actually the canon name for the female character, so that's of course what I'll be using. Now,
The threat is past.
I just remembered this is not the final chapter of it, but it should be the last of the defensive ones.
Flame slash! Flame slash!
That means the last of them are defeated.
My strategy was flawless.
Now let's go ahead and hit the final chapter. And it will introduce a couple of new characters that we can control. From there we'll be choosing our party. Oh boy. I was dead wrong. It's been a while since I played this game.
Remember our strategy. Searing slash.
Now this is what I talk about, the silver types. The one I just picked up raises your tension.
Searing slash. Searing slash. Searing slash. Searing slash.
You know what? This might actually.
Searing slash.
I'm gonna go ahead and use the teeny swinguini here. And there's a single Dracula left.
Searing slash. The monsters are defeated, and yet, this stillness. Does it seem almost too still?
Ah, Dracu metal there. Restores MP.
That's the end of that. Or maybe not.
These violent vibrations, these thundering footfalls, they can mean only one thing. An enemy of enormous proportions. To be more precise, a blue, one-eyed giant with a single horn atop his bulbous head.
Oh, you don't mean it.
Gigantes!
Please, it is too much perilous.
Kirill, a load off your shoulders if you please. Be gone with you.
Now, if I'm right, these two are from Dragon Quest IV, which is a game I have not played.
Yo! Did you witness my prowess?
Tsarevna, why always do you place yourself in such peril? Behold, now he is perusing our direction.
And what if he is? I will extinguish such a lumbering thunderhead with ease.
Tsarevna, please to desist with these needless braveries. This, as you see, is a gigantis and one of many 100 times your scale.
He is merely obese. Besides, do you mean to inform your Tsarevna that you are without belief in her?
But of course, no, Tsarevna. I have admired, of course, witnessed at first hand many times your...
Hello. We were actually about to try and take that thing down ourselves.
You too wish to belabor the fat imbecile? Then let us set about him together.
Now, the Russian accent is
Tsarevna Elena,
an interesting
at your
choice because
Now
they've
we
never
must
had a
go back.
voice actor before.
Should we delay or tarry, the town will surely be pummeled entirely to smithereens.
Tsarevna, please do
It's
it
kind of
with less
ridiculous.
reckless haste. To rush blindly inward is excessive
But
folly.
without being insulting.
She's amazing. She just jumped straight on in there like it was nothing. Well, I'm no
Now, if
it
someone
myself.
who has played Dragon Quest IV
to
would
combat.
answer
Stay
to
here
it,
if you want. I'm going with her.
I don't know if they had a Russian accent
Kirill, was it?
in the
You have my sympathies. Suffice
In the
it to
writing
say,
of the
I know
game.
how you feel.
I know it wasn't voice acted, is all I know.
Come, Gigantes, fat oaf, I shall pummel and pound you.
Tsarevna, please to fall back! You are placing yourself into grave peril!
She's not one to do as she's told, eh? Her poor friend looks like he's about to have a heart attack.
A real-life warrior princess. How romantic is that? But we better not let her steal the show.
Oi, Gigantes! Come here and get
Now, his
bubbles!
eye is his weak point.
I fear this Elena may be something of a bad influence.
Now! Remember, friends, charging in blindly will earn you naught but a beating. Hit him where it hurts. For armor.
Now he's down. All attacks plus 2 bonus damage when he's down.
The fiend is dazed. Now, move in.
You don't have to tell me twice. Let's wallop this thing.
Oh, he's back
This
up.
lets loose a great cry of war. What could this be?
Cease to worry your pretty head, kiddo. Great Fatso is merely calling more fiends for us to punish.
Ah, I see. But Tsarevna, you mean we are to be assailed by yet more such creatures?
Now we really need to deal with those,
Flame slash! Searing slash!
Wretched beast! Foul Gigantes! How dare you wreak such havoc on this fair town!
Go forth!
If we don't put a stop to him soon, he'll smash all of Caliber to pieces. We have to hurry.
For armor!
Gigash!
Got it.
Yeah, you can press and hold O to charge your...
Here we go!
Flame slash!
He's trying to charge forward. Let's not let him. If we can help it.
This ends right now.
Now, some of these attacks are directional, and some do an area of effect. Hers is directional and will hit everything in a straight line. Whereas his being my character, well,
My blood is a boil!
Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to get her. He's almost down here.
Now I'm really getting going.
Now let's see if we can finish him with
I have a little
this.
something for you.
As I said, she's a bit steampunky, so...
How do you like that?
Understood.
At this point, he is fully charged, so... Let's see about finishing this.
My strategy was flawless.
So, you said you were from somewhere called Zamoxva.
Indeed, yes.
I see. The thing is, there's no such place. Not in our world, at any rate.
You mean, could we have become somehow displaced from our own world to
Do
another?
not whimper so babyishly, Kirill. The thief we seek is present here. Whether it is our own world or no, this is where we must remain.
But if you were to become harmed in such a place, I would, your revered
Disregard
father
his
would-
babblings. These monsters, you say they were not always so much crazed, yes?
Until not so long ago, the monsters and us were the best of friends. And then they just turned on us all of a sudden. And not just here, the capital where we live was overrun too.
Having managed to avert a crisis there, we came here, only to find the same sorry state of affairs. It seems safe to surmise that all the monsters in our world have been affected.
And why in heaven are we standing around pontificating? We must make haste and save my loyal subjects!
Right.
Kirill, what say you that we accompany these fine heroes on their noble quest?
Zarevna, we...
Indeed, we must! We must! In accompanying with our new friends to all the places of this world, we are sure to eventually locate our thief.
Oh, God. And just as I had at last become alone with her.
Excellent! Excellent! With such stout-hearted companions beside us, our doughty band shall be all the stronger!
Truly? You truly wish it so?
This chamber, roiling and rattling. What can this signify?
Seems she's ready for the off, Your Majesty.
So the time has come at last to taste the fruit of your long years of labor, huh?
Aye, that it has.
Yeah. What devilry is this?
Time to fly, my beautiful stone cloud. Full steam ahead.
Now, they'll later reveal that the generator you've been protecting is the generator needed to fly this thing.
Hooray!
Captain. Ah!
I see.
Truly excellent. Ah!
Kirill is a spear wielder. He's very good in defensive tactics. He's the one who learns Kabuff, which raises defense of all your party members. And Elena, well, she does a lot of very fast fist attacks. There's a trophy for getting up to a 300 hit combo. I had to use her to do it, because especially when the tension is on, she has a lot of abilities like multi-fists, which hit again and again. And despite being mostly defensive, Kirill actually has some good abilities like Whack, which instantly kills enemies. Well, that's going to be it for today. I've just about reached my limit. The little book means she's a story point. Thank you all for listening or for watching. Yeah, as I said, it's my first one. Please be patient with me. Thank you very much for watching.